Hello, do you believe that even the strongest women need support? Well, I'm guessing you do because you're probably a strong woman, a high achieving woman. Well, back on October 10th, that was World Mental Health Day. And I want to talk today about something or someone, groups of women who are often overlooked, the mental health of high achieving women who seem to have it all together. And today I'm going to be sharing more about the mental health struggle of high achieving women. So, high achieving women, we are the ones that everyone relies on, the leaders, the fixers, the steady ones, the smart ones, the successful ones, the caring ones, whatever title you want to give them. But sometimes those same women were quietly carrying the heaviest load. Do you agree? Well, that's because people come to us, right? As the fixers, we are the problem solvers. As the leaders, our followers come to us. As the steady ones, people know that they can rely on us. And that's why there's that saying, if you want something done, give it to a busy person, because oftentimes the high achiever is the one who is getting everything done. But really, when was the last time that you were asked how you're really doing and that the person was ready for the real answer? And I don't mean like not how's your business doing or how's your family doing, but how are you doing? I know what it's like to look like you have it all together. And so people don't bother asking you how you're doing, like really asking you, and then still feeling so overwhelmed behind the scenes. A lot of times when I have some really great doctors and my naturopath, especially, like that, how are you doing? Like that sort of question of asking me in that way, it oftentimes will bring tears to my eyes. Just that feeling of someone who's creating some time and space and actually cares about what the answer is. And don't get me wrong, I have great friends, but the thing is that people think that because we do have things put together and that we are strong and confident, outgoing, whatever the qualities are, that because of that, we're fine, that we're fine, right? And how many times have we seen in the public eye those who seem to be the most gregarious, strong, successful, and funny are the ones who are struggling the most? So, really, mental health struggles, they don't skip the strong. Often, the most capable women are carrying the most pressure and the least permission to ask for help. Even when I am sick, I still have to do a ton of stuff. It's like, well, mom can work through it. Well, my wife can work through it. Where other people, the man cold, other people are out. And so we don't have as much permission to ask for help because oftentimes being the high achiever, being the one at the top, there's not enough room for this permission. I'm going to talk more about why we don't ask for help, even when we maybe have the opportunity to. The thing is, though, that strength and struggle can absolutely coexist. We can look like we have it all together and we can be completely falling apart behind the scenes. And it's not that it's a mask, it's like a survival, a survival to like just be doing the things that need to be done and potentially pushing down the emotions, and there not being any time, space, or person to be able to talk to. So if this is you, let me just kind of side note this. Make sure you have a great coach, counselor, support system so that you do have time and space to be able and someone really supportive to help you. And asking for help, it doesn't make you weak. It makes you wise because it's going to help you to move forward. It's going to help you to be able to get over the things that are happening. And it's going to make you feel witnessed and seen and supported, which is crucial, crucial to you being able to continue to do the things you do. I can remember a time when I'm lying in bed, I'm nursing, I think it's baby number one. Nursing Miss B is what I call her online. Nursing Miss B, and the cat comes up and rubs on me, and I start to cry. And my husband runs in. He's like, "Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I'm like, "Yes, it's just that the cat wants me to pet her, and baby wants me to nurse her, and you wanna hang out with me, and my clients are messaging me." Oh, I was a mess. I was an absolute mess. And until then, he thought everything was fine, that I had no trouble at all. But I realized later, well, not only was I was I probably sleep deprived, but later on, even when I was getting enough sleep, I was still really struggling. And I had postpartum depression, and I didn't think I did because like the typical questions they ask you, none of those were a yes for me. Didn't want to leave my baby, didn't want to harm my baby, didn't want to walk out, didn't want to do any of these things. So it was really strange for me. Now, you might think, well, yeah, of course, but that was a time when, you had postpartum depression or because you had a baby. Well, there are other times when I've been juggling everything. I've been juggling my coaching business, my VA Made Easy business, a book launch, coaching clients, parenting, playing soccer, being a wife, my house, like all the things all at once. I'm sure you can totally relate. And I kept telling myself, "Oh, I'll just push through until things slow down." And then I get asked, "Oh, can you do this? Can you be on this board or whatever?" And I'd say, "I'm just busy." And people wouldn't believe me. People would be like, "Oh, everyone's busy." And but the thing was, I've been in moments when I have struggled and like mentally struggled, not just postpartum depression, but mentally struggled, not just situational like with my father passing and the grief from that, but I've had times in my life, especially more in my adulthood now, where I have struggled with mental health. And I thought, okay, in this case, yeah, things will just slow down, but they never did. And finally, what helped was me admitting how tired I was, me admitting how I just couldn't do it all. And I needed my team to take on more, I needed my family to take on more. And the moment I did, one, I felt relief, I felt hope, and my stress, it dropped. Now, it didn't go away completely, but the thing was that the business didn't crumble when I slowed down. The My family didn't struggle when I did less around the house. Things actually got stronger because I was stronger. So, did you know that research shows that higher performing women report higher rates of anxiety and burnout than men in similar roles? Oh, yeah. And we are very emotionally intelligent. But the thing is, and I've said this in past episodes, that we carry both the visible work and the invisible workload. So there's that emotional labor, the family logistics, the planning. Like we have, how many tabs do you have open right now? Like millions of tabs. Like where are the kids? What's for dinner? Is the laundry done? Do I need to flip that laundry over? I need to call my friend and I need to order that birthday present and need to make those plans and that's just life. That's not even business. And for years I used to think and I talked in a previous episode about how I learned that taking a shower wasn't selfish, but for years I thought self-care, yeah, self-care, it's grabbing that 5-minute shower between calls. It's treating myself to a coffee on the run. It's going out for a walk before my day starts. But really, mental health isn't just about physical rest, it's about giving yourself permission to stop pretending that you're fine when you're not. I think the problem with society is we don't pause long enough after we say, "How are you doing?" Because we're looking for that automatic, super quick answer so we can just get on with whatever conversation we're going to have, right? It's social niceties. But when you actually have someone who sits there and says, "How are you doing? Like, how are things going?" And maybe speaks truth into it. Your life seems really busy right now, or it must be hectic with your kids or with your business. When we have that ability to open up, there are so many benefits. Benefits like we normalize that it's okay to not be okay. You don't have to put on a facade and pretend that things are okay. I find a lot of times with high achievers, there's no time to not be okay, and we just kind of move on to the next thing, to the next thing, to the next thing. And people expect us just to be able to, put on your big girl panties, pull up your bootstraps, and keep going. But when we talk to others about it, we create connection. So you're not going to feel alone in your struggle. Now, if someone does tell you about their struggle, don't try to one up them in what you're saying and what's going on in your life. That's the time to listen, but you can relate to them, right? Like, oh yeah, like that's hard, but I'm here for you. You don't have to be like, oh yeah, but like listen to how busy my life is. Oh yeah, but here how much stress or anxiety I have. It's that you can say, I hear you. That's hard and I'm there for you. When you also talk to other people about it, we are going to start catching burnout early. I've had a lot of clients who have come to me after the burnout, come to me on the verge of a burnout, and we want to get there. We want to get that fixed before, and talking about it is how you're going to actually be able to release some of the stress and be able to come up with a plan to be able to not have the mental health struggles by being able to create some solutions for yourself, some time, some boundaries, some priority setting. And there's so many benefits, but another benefit that I've particularly found is we strengthen our relationships and trust through honesty. Some of my best relationships were formed in the hardest of times. Sharing what I am going through personally has really helped that for person to hear my vulnerability, to know me as me, and to see not again the facade being pulled off, but to really know me and not the polished version. I was in Kenya earlier this year and I was surrounded by incredible women and men doing powerful work, but I noticed something, right? I noticed that even in the service of others, even in doing their job, volunteering, their mission work, whatever it was, they prioritized connection, rest, and faith. So every day around, I don't know, 10:30, 11, we'd pause and we'd have tea and usually some sort of like sweet bread or samosas, some sort of really lovely fried dough of some sort. But it was the time to pause and to connect with others and to rest. And it wasn't oh, quick, 15 minutes, like in, out, get it and be done. It was to enjoy and to have some camaraderie with other people. See, they in those moments are understanding that community supports mental health. Having people around you, especially when you're in a leadership role, you need to have people around you that can support your mental health. And it reminded me like, while we may be leaders and we may be solopreneurs, we're not meant to actually do life alone or business alone or family alone or parenting alone or whatever it may be. So there are obstacles. There are reasons why high achievers are struggling to admit their mental health issues. One, it's a fear of judgment, right? Well, what if they think I can't handle my job anymore, my leadership position, this post on the board, and that you're going to take it away from me? Oh no. The second is perfectionism. Like, strong women don't struggle. Strong women do well. High achievers are succeeding. We don't have problems, just figure it out. I suffer from that one sometimes. The third is responsibility overload. Like, everyone's counting on me. There's absolutely no way I can take a break or say no or not get it done by the deadline. And so I will. And this is where I've spoken in the past about like throwing up all night and being at the event anyway, because everyone's counting on me, rather than I am human and I just can't handle it, right? That I just need to take a break. I need to tag out, tap out, whatever it may be. And the last reason why high achieving women aren't speaking up and they're struggling to talk about their mental health is conditioning, right? Keep going no matter what. I have played sports with broken finger, broken toe, sprained ankle, and we just tape it up and we truck on. And it's the same thing for mental health. We just seems to like slap a band-aid on it or push it to the side and we keep going. And the trouble is, it's like a geyser. We push it down, push it down, push it down, and then it blows at the time that doesn't make sense. like when I was at soccer once. And on my team, I'm known as the encourager, the one that's like, good job, good pass, do it there. Oh, awesome, high five. I'm cheering everyone on all the time. And I come there and I'm positive and I have this optimistic point of view until maybe we're losing or doing really bad or the other team's pushy or whatever, but you get the point. But one night, after practice, someone said, "Are you okay?" Because I was a little bit like in that moment, I'd kind of nothing was happening and my face just went to neutral. Or maybe I was pondering, or maybe I looked stressed. And she says, "Are you okay?" And I almost cried in that moment. Not necessarily, and even just talking about it right now, no one had asked me for weeks, like really asked me how I was doing. And I could hear in her voice, her tone, her facial expressions that she was concerned. There was something different about me. And she's like, "You okay?" And so, how often are strong women asked if they're okay? Right? People assume we're fine because we can make it look easy. But if problems are ignored, if we don't talk about it, right? Burnout because you run out of emotional fuel, isolation because you feel disconnected, even in a crowd, even with your team, even with your friends. We have decreased performance. And this one should be the one that high achievers go, "No, I don't want that." Because your creativity and your focus fade. And then resentment, because everything feels like, "Oh, I have to do this," instead of, "I want to do this." Oh, I've had times of burnout. I've had clients with burnout. I've had clients whose retina's detached. And so maybe for you, you're like, "Well, I think I'm fine." But do you lie awake at night? Your brain is replaying the things you have to do, the things that happened. Are you thinking about that unfinished email? I've had times when I've been in bed and I just wasn't able to rest because my body was like, there's so much going on. Almost like those old projector screens or the old cinema reels where there's like the images and they're going like flip, 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 flip. Like, and that's like all the things that are just racing through your mind. So the call to action this week is double fold. One, it's for you to go and check in on like the strongest women you know. Go check in on them. Ask them how they're really doing. And you're going to know if they give you just a polished answer or if they're giving you the real one. So that's on one side. Check in with the strong women and men. Check in on them. The gregarious ones, the funny ones, the busy ones. Just check in on them. And if they say, "Oh yeah, busy, busy," or whatever, or "I'm okay," just say like, "No, how are you like really doing?" And if you are the strong one, the go-to, the reliable one, it's your turn to reach out. Reach out to others and ask, like, tell them that you're struggling if you are. Tell them, "Oh, hey, I just want to talk about how hard life is right now," or "Can I share something that's on my mind?" And talk to a friend, talk to a coach, talk to a counselor, book a session, pray, journal, whatever helps you release the mental load. Remember, mental health isn't just about one day. It's not just about October 10th. Mental health isn't a luxury, it's a foundation for everything else that we need. It really should be a human right to be mentally healthy, right? It's going to build into everything how you lead, the things you build, the things you love, the things you're doing. So just care for yourself and care for those around you. You won't even probably get to understand the full impact that you make when you ask someone and you really check in on someone and you ask them how they're doing. So if this episode spoke to you, share it with another strong woman who might need this reminder. And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe so you never miss an episode that helps you create the success that you want in life and the satisfaction that you want on your own terms. Until next time, stay dynamic. Bye.